different animal he's facing here. And just like there, just really the confidence has had a premium for SVB. That was dead center. No worries elevating the cue.
Yes, he's oozing confidence. You can see it, can't you?
All right, check the cue ball nicely there. I thought he may flirt with coming 1-2 cushions and maybe nip the purple 5. But with the green 6 near, he can just come across, lay somewhat heavy on that 5 and should be okay.
No sign of any Shane van Boening let up. Much like when he goes ice fishing, just not letting Drago, a big fish of yesteryear, off the hook.
Yeah, well, like every player, I mean, anytime you play great matches, it only leads towards a good chance of playing another great match. And with SVB, I think that rings true as much as any player on the planet. I think Johan Chua has tied it up at 6 apiece now. Is that right?
I will confirm that in a moment, Jeremy. What I will say is this. We've done many a day on the World 9-Ball Tour commentating. I can't ever remember a day where racks and matches have gone by so quickly. It's been extraordinary.
Yeah, well, what that is, of course, the favorites coming through. That's usually the case, but them favorites not faltering at all either, not really letting their opponent get going. Johan Chua opened the day with an excellent match. Of course, SVB has already played a great match, now playing another. But I think day 2, I think it really is a little better for some of those top players, I think.
Yeah, you were correct. Chua is back on level terms with Boris Ivanovsky at 6-6. Yeah, the only remotely scrappy period of play we had was in the early stages of Gary Wilson's match. He was 2-2 and it looked as though that might be quite a slog, but in the end Wilson won the next 7 racks.
Well, he's getting constant action on the 9, and I tell you, really, the way he breaks the balls, it's hard not to get a look at the lowest number ball, no matter which one it is. You look at the spread here after making 2 on the break, or 3 on the break rather. Has a shot on every ball on the table besides the 9. I think in his opener, did he have 5 breaking runs, was it? I believe that's what I saw.
Yeah, that was right.
I think he's close to working on that number here with just, a few games to go. Still, so could improve there, but breaking runs are nice, and of course that's what he wants, but the W with pretty flawless play, that's the most important. Now, did he fall a little wrong side, a little too straight, or is he just perfect? Just go to the rail, maybe 1 diamond past the side, when it stunned it all the way down.
This is sumptuous.
And of course you can't see the future, so you never know, but 7-0, I think if anyone was to give Tony a little interview at the moment, he's like, yeah, well, I've done that to many people before, and I found a guy that could do it back, and that's SVB.
Well, when it comes to speed, Drago holds a record in snooker that I don't think will ever be beaten. He won the quickest ever frame, 3 minutes. Basically made a 70-plus break, and the other guy conceded.
Wow. Used to have a player, Luke Salvis from Canada, very, very good player from Canada, 9-ball. I think he beat me at the U.S. Open one time. In the 18 minutes, I think, raced 11, 19 minutes, something like that. It was pretty incredible. And I got a couple games as well, 11-2, I believe it was.
I will recall a World Masters that was played at the old Riviera Hotel and Casino on the Strip in Las Vegas. Two things I remember about it concerning Tony Drago. On more than one occasion, he ran a rack in a minute. And also the fact was that he was having 3 meals a day over at the Peppermill Casino, the Peppermill restaurant, I should say. Now, if you've been to Vegas and ate there, you'll know the portions are immense. Shane Van Boening gets that 9 in progress again and doesn't quite make it, but the beat goes on.
Sure does. And if you're his opponent, you get a sweat, some type of bullets at you every break, it seems, whether the 9's moving around or the ball's dressing up for another break and run. It looks like the 3 may squeeze by the 6. May need something on a softer speed, so he probably plays the combination onto the 3 and to the green 6. Now, does he shoot this with speed, letting the 3 escape a couple rails to the center? Does he roll this in? Well, he's aiming away, so this 3 must go. Yeah, that's what I thought. Lighter speed, he could use that side rail a bit.
I would love to know the precise time of this match. It's got to be well under half an hour.
Or was it a dry break only in rack 2 that we've seen Tony at the table? Is that right?
Yeah, he missed that 6, and I can't recall him being back.
No, I really can't either. I know there was a break and run after that, then a break onto the 4-9 combination. Now 2 break and runs before this rack here to make it 7. So is he really going to get 1 inning at the table?
Well, apart from the fact he's playing brilliantly in general play, as Jeremy pointed out, Van Boening seems to have the break to a fine art. And so the combination of that, often with him, equals unbeatable.
Yeah, I think it was about mid-year last year where he started to kind of flirt, mess around with some breaks with less speed, and obviously something he's been working on.
We've arrived on the hill in next to no time. Poor old Tony Drago, his involvement in this match has been minimal. The 59-year-old from Malta has just been sitting there, no doubt stewing, but also admiring. Van Boening, of course, Jeremy, not the only one who's been on a hill today. I believe you've been out filming and you went to a very scenic part of this lovely city.
Yeah, we went up on top of the hill through Old Town and to what they call the Yellow Fortress, which is an old fortress from way back. Beautiful views, a pretty clear day overall. A little cloudy here and there, but overall really pretty. Got to see one of the old military cemeteries and just a lot of different things. Our driver was kind of like a tour guide, so he gave us a lot of information going through the city. Pretty neat stuff.
Jack Aspey, who is such a phenomenal worker behind the scenes at these Matchroom events, has just told me that the match has been going for 25 minutes. So if Van Boening wins this rack, it will be under half an hour.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if he has anything to stay offensive. There is maybe a bank. No, the bank doesn't go. I don't think the kiss shot goes. I can't say it doesn't go, but super thin off the right side of the blue too. The combination is super thin the other way, so I think you're going to see him bang the 2 around, maybe kind of soft draw the cue ball over near the 5 and 8. Touchy shot, wants this cue ball to go slowly in that direction. Well, how you like this, though? This is what you're faced with after a little 6-pack, I think it was, from SVB.
In a much more competitive match, the shock is back on. Boris Ivanovsky has gone back in front against Johan Chur at 7-6.
Yeah, and I don't think I know Boris. Of course, he's a youngster. This game's getting younger and younger. And we know how Germany, they can produce those players. So, well, that may be Tony's final stroke on the winner's side here in the 2025 European Open. besides the pocketing of the 2 on this first shot, which is missable. Really don't foresee any problems. Looks like, man, he's aiming a little thin, isn't he? No, he hit it perfect. How do I question him?
Yeah, it's a dangerous pursuit.
Yeah, very low percentage.
And you can hear a cacophony of American pool fans watching this on WNT TV, either saying out loud or thinking to themselves, why couldn't he play like this at the Mosconi Cup? It is a big question that I can't answer.
Yeah, it'll always be, you know, a question of many years of maybe not his best play, but he's only 41. I mean, and I know last year the score got away a little bit in that Mosconi, but America's coming with a lot of young, great players, and hope this guy sticks around long enough to lead those guys into some big wins in that December event.
We know who's going to be next. It's a match that's been moved from table 3 to centre stage. Ko Pin-Yi against our pal Scott Frost. And the freezer, well, he's about to walk out there because this one is history. Tony Drago with a quizzical smile on his face. What can you do, as they say? Shane van Boening, even by his